Before we deck the halls with, I want this, and Santa, can you give me? We have to take time to give thanks. It should come easy, but guess what? Gratitude can easily get buried under stress and busy schedules. So to keep that from happening, Thrive and Shine Company CEO and marriage and family therapist Kathryn Thalken is here to help us bridge the gratitude gap. Hi, Kathryn. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, this is the season where we are busy, and it is sometimes difficult to pause and to really be grateful. And that can really affect our overall spirit for 100%. The holidays. So you referred to something called the gratitude gap. Can you expand upon that a little bit?
Definitely. So really what the gratitude gap is it's having that space between wanting to feel thankful and actually being able to do it, right? So it's that kind of chasm, so to speak, between the two.
All right, so wanting to feel thankful and actually feeling thankful, because sometimes we feel like, okay, I should be feeling thankful.
Exactly.
But we may not actually be having those feelings. Okay, so why do so many so many families rather struggle with this?
Yeah, so think about the time of year it is, right? We've had so much going on, so many things happening. So stress, burnout, overextending ourselves. It becomes one of those where the first thing to go is that gratitude piece.
All right, and it's really important that as parents, we're modeling appropriate behavior. 100%. And how can parents model this healthy gratitude for kids?
So the first thing to remember is you're not perfect, right?
Okay.
As parents, sometimes we have this moment of, I have to be perfect, I have to do things just right, I have to do X, Y, Z. But the first thing to remember is we're not perfect. Our kids aren't gonna be perfect. So modeling that piece of, hey, you know what? I'm really thankful that I got to spend time with you today. And today was stressful for mom.
Right.
So just a heads up, right? Giving them language and allowing them to see that it's okay to have basically mixed feelings, right? It's okay to have some feelings of happiness and also some feelings that don't feel so awesome.
And so basically just showing them that you're a human.
Yeah.
And that, you know, there are gonna be moments of mom's gonna have some ups, mom's gonna have some downs. Sorry for that, but that's, and give them that reality. And then that also takes the pressure off of them as they grow up as well. Okay, so what are some tools couples can use right now to kind of help fill that gratitude gap?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things. So with couples, it's one of those pieces where the easiest thing to go is the connection, because we get pulled into so many different directions that the first thing to go is the couple's connection. So having check-ins on, hey, what's one thing I appreciate about my partner today? And then also, what's one thing that's feeling heavy? And it doesn't have to be about the relationship, okay? So it could be, I'm really thankful that you did bedtime tonight, and I'm stressed about a project at work tomorrow. Right? So those are two things. Also, another thing that they can do is what are called basically micro repairs, where maybe I was a little short, okay? And I just caught that shortness that I had with you. So apologizing for that in the moment and not letting it grow into something bigger and saying, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry that I was short with you right now. Can I try that again?
Okay.
I'm a little stressed.
Yeah, let me do a rewind, reset.
Yep.
Okay, you also talk about grounding practices.
Yes.
What do you refer to? What do you mean by grounding practices, and how can we kind of apply those when it comes to this gathering season?
Definitely. So grounding practices are another way to say, hey, let me recenter myself. So a really good one that I always say to do is take 1 minute and either go outside or do breathing techniques, or be able to just say, okay, in this moment, what is going right, okay? Because it might be one of those where we have a ton of family in town and there's messes everywhere, and you know what, the turkey's burning and the mashed potatoes aren't done, and here we go, but you know what, let me take a minute. Let me take a minute, and what is going right now? What's happening right now in this moment that is going right?
Okay, so, but I wanna ask you something even more basic than that. Why is it important that we have and acknowledge gratitude?
Yeah.
So why is that necessary?
Well, it's incredibly important for really our own mental health and mental well-being, because what we know, what science tells us, is that the more that we are able to exude gratitude and the more that we are able to actually name it and bring that into our lives, the easier life becomes for us. We become more resilient. We're able to bounce back a lot quicker, and we're able to not get stuck in the small things.
All right, I think that that's a really important point. Yeah, so that kind of helps us as really maneuver, and also just kind of have that mindfulness of gratitude
Exactly.
and make that a part of your practice. Where can people find you if they want more information?
Definitely. So thriveshineco.com or 817-415-0908.
As always, it's so great to have you.
Yes, thank you
I
for having
already
me.
feel more grateful, and I'm grateful for you this holiday season.
I'm grateful for you.
All right, thanks again for
Thank
joining
you.
us.